How excited the Washington Teachers Union is to unequivocally endorse Tom Brown for Ward 7 councilman. We think that this is a good opportunity to move Ward 7 forward by leaps and bounds. We've got a lot of important issues coming up in Ward 7, issues that pertain to education as well as public safety. We think that Tom Brown has the integrity, the wherewithal, and the stance in order to successfully move this ward forward. I personally know of Tom's integrity and hard work, as I taught at Anacostia Senior High School in Ward 7, and Tom Brown was a teacher at that time. And I saw the way Tom worked with children. I saw the way he worked with families, and I saw his commitment to young people in this community. The fact of the matter is, Tom was out there working not only to make sure the kids succeeded in the class, but also so that kids could succeed economically. He introduced them to a lot of good programs that many of them used to serve as a basis to go to college and to continue on in business and learn how to write business plans, learn how to understand business, and that was very impressive to me. It's amazing to see Tom in his capacity. I know he's going to be successful, but the Washington Teachers Union is not endorsing Tom Brown because of my experience with him. We believe in Tom because we know that he has the tools, he has a wherewithal in order to move Ward 7 forward, and Ward 7 needs to make a change for progress. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm Ed Smith, President of the District of Columbia's Firefighters Association, Local 36, AFL-CIO, MWC. I'm proud to stand tall and join my brother Nate Saunders, President of the Washington Teachers Union, this morning as we endorse Tom Brown for Ward 7. Why are the teachers and firefighters getting behind Tom Brown? I'll tell you why. Tom Brown has dedicated his life to serving the residents of the District of Columbia in various ways. Tom is an advocate for teaching, as evident by his 2002 Teacher of the Year Award. Tom Brown will work to protect Ward 7 schools from unfair closures and increasing technology curriculum and tools for Ward 7 schools. As a council member representing Ward 7, Tom Brown will bring ethics and integrity to DC government. And when it comes to public safety, Tom Brown is committed to ensuring Ward 7 gets the fair share of the district budget for increased police presence and fire protection. As president of the Firefighters Association, I believe Tom Brown has the ability to join government, business, and labor in a community effort. And that is why we are proud to endorse Tom Brown for Ward 7. Don't forget to get out there and vote April 3rd, Tuesday, Tom Brown for Ward 7.
First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for this wonderful day and for the support. I'd like to definitely thank the Washington Teachers Union, the Firefighters Local 36 for your all support. And personally, Nathan, it was a pleasure serving with you. I don't know if I got you on the faculty basketball team any of those years, but but
I was a coach.
But it's definitely, and it's actually good to see one of my colleagues there, Ms. Sanders, in the back, who we actually taught together, and just so surprised and happy. And actually, one of the former students from Anacostia Senior High School was on the back wall there. She was there during the time, and she's been working with our campaign. So as you can see, our roots are still growing. Definitely, Ed, I'm so honored. As you already know, my brother Dino Johnson is just around the corner at Engine 27 and at the Academy, so I'm proud to stand up and represent the needs of the firefighters, and I thank you all so much for y'all's dedication and support and services throughout the city, but certainly here in Ward 7. And you should know that another former Anacostia student, just bridging the relationship here, Donald Steele, he benefited from the cadet program years back. And Donald Steele was one of those that came into the entrepreneurship program that I taught at Anacostia, and he found some direction for his future, and he decided at a young age that he wanted to be a firefighter, And he's a Ward 7 resident, head of household, and doing very well. And he texted me yesterday, so he was very happy to hear about this.
Our third vice president, Joe Chisholm, also benefited from it.
Oh, wow. Yes, indeed.
And he was a longtime Ward 7 resident also.
Oh, well, I appreciate you coming out.
All right.
I really do. I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the fact that we have AFL-CIO representative here. Ali, I want to thank you all so much again on behalf of AFL-CIO. I'd like for you to send my thanks again to Mr. Williams and the rest of the leadership, Mr. Powell and others, and we're looking forward to fighting real hard these next 5 days. So thank you for coming and being a part of this. I'd also would like to recognize this beautiful woman who's making it hard for me to keep focus up here. My wife, Kim. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. There we go. This is my wife, Kimberly, and she is the love of my life, and she is definitely the wind beneath my wings. Right? You know, she puts up with me when I'm not the candidate, you know, when I have to dump out the trash and, you know, do all those kind of things. But I'm just happy for us to be able to share this experience together. And I know that there's a number of issues facing the Washington Teachers Union, the Firefighters Union in this city. I'll just note a couple. You know, one of the things I did have the experience of dealing with the teachers here in the city. I had the experience of working in DC public school system, and I had also the experience of working in a charter school environment. And one of the things I would like to see in terms of the workforce is to have the ability to actually allow workers and teachers in charter schools to be able to organize.
All right.
And have the kind of I mean, it's very difficult to build or sustain any kind of future if you're on a one-year contract without any kind of real benefits or any kind of commitments to your future as a professional. I just think that's the very least. And one of the other things that, you know, we'll continue to work on is just basically providing more resources and support. I testified recently on behalf of the Community Schools Initiative, right, because I see that as a way to bring more resources to the minimum of 5 schools here in the District of Columbia. That'll give them the kind of support to bring extra services and resources to neighborhood schools. Living in a neighborhood in River Terrace where unfortunately our school is touted for closure here in the next less than 75 days, I know when I talk to my neighbors in River Terrace, there's a real frightening and horrific feeling about what's going to happen to the education and safety of our children, but also what's going to happen to our great neighborhood school, which has really been a mainstay, a cornerstone of the River Terrace community here in Ward 7 for quite some time. So that fight still moves on. We're still doing all we can do to sustain education at that building. And as far as the firefighters, good grief. You know, I'm just thinking about the fact that our city council approved themselves another raise on yesterday. No applause? Okay. Yeah, I was very, I was disappointed, and I was really shocked to see that in this climate, with all this going on, they approved themselves another raise. And in fact, since 2007, they've given themselves a raise of almost 40%. And to think that our firefighters, our teachers, and our police officers are struggling to get a raise for the last 5-6 years or more, it's just ridiculous. But it shows the disconnect. Right. It shows that the priorities are out of whack, and I hope to represent the change that will bring the priorities in alignment. Public safety is the most important thing. When you talk to any resident, not only in Ward 7, but throughout the District of Columbia, the education and the preparation, one of the things I know is that my brother, Dino, he loves being a firefighter, so much so that he's down at the academy trying to help other young people, you know, get engaged and get prepared. But you know, there's a couple of things that are challenging besides the raise. The fact that we have outdated equipment. The largest boat that we have, the John H. Glenn Jr., launched in 1962. I wasn't even born yet. And you know, the fact that that is really the most dependable piece of water equipment we have, and there's other things that we're lacking certainly, but there was a recent story, and I was just appalled by the fact that there are other cities that are getting federal dollars to support being able to get equipment. So it's not like we have to take it all on local budget. There's actually money out there that we have to be more proactive and aggressive to go after. And to that end, Homeland Security. I mean, who's more of a target for Homeland Security attacks than Washington, D.C.? And I think that in-service training and the ability to be able to have our public servants being able to get the kind of training that will be necessary uniquely for the Washington, D.C., the city and the metro area. So I think those are things that we want to definitely make sure. And what I'm simply saying is that these are items that I'm growing more and more aware of. And I'm standing here to say you can get used to me championing these causes and asking the tough questions. And the biggest thing I need to end with is that I will not absolutely get elected and forget to engage the community and the leadership around all the issues. I think one of the things that we've experienced in this ward particularly is the fact that we don't feel like the vetting process and the community engagement process, and certainly not including the experts in the lives who are directly affected, as part of the equation. So the biggest thing I'm proud of my life on is being a bridge builder and working from a collaborative spirit. So I hope that's something that you will find beneficial. I certainly think it's something that we desperately need here in the ward and the city. And I formally accept and thank you so much for the endorsements. And I look forward to working with you as we move Ward 7 and the rest of the city forward. Thank you all so very much.